Hey everybody, Time Raider here again. This is another Raiders review. Since I haven't done any videos in a few days, I decided to go ahead and give y'all two for the price of one. Um, this time around, I am going to be doing the Halo series. Now, I've been playing Halo since Halo 1 first came out. That was just for the time that the game came out, that was one of the greatest console slash PC shooters of all time. It, aside from Unreal, it revolutionized shooting games, the shooting genre, everything. Unfortunately, back in Halo 1, we didn't have true multiplayer. We only had local multiplayer. Slight misconception on downside on Bungie's part for that one, but when 2 came out, they really gave it to us. With Halo 2, we got to dual wield our weapons. They gave us the sword. We got brute shot. They gave us just everything. The story mode was better. The first story was really good. 2 just picked up where 1 left off. So, it wasn't a huge improvement over 1, but what it lacked in originality, it made up for in gameplay. Now, a lot of people are going to say, oh, Halo 2's multiplayer sucked. For its time, it was I'm going to say it, the second best shooting franchise on the market, only followed by Unreal, and you couldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Now, a lot of you are probably going to be like, oh, what about the Tribes series? Tribes was good, but it didn't play quite the same. Now, in Halo 3, personally, I don't like the multiplayer that much. It actually kind of sucks. At least right now, especially since there's barely that many people still playing it. When it first came out, I'm sure it was wonderful. Unfortunately, I didn't have an Xbox at the time. Now, then we had Halo Wars, which was more of a RTS style shooter. You could also liken it to something along the lines of like Age of Empires, Halo style. Then Reach came, then ODST had been released. ODST was a story all of its own, not even based on Master Chief, and it was actually based on the Orbital Drop Shock Troopers, which, by the way, that was actually a pretty good story mode. Hard, but good. Now, in retrospect, they didn't really give us what they said. They said we were going to get a brand new multiplayer experience, more maps. Yeah, we got more maps. We got all the DLC maps that you would have to purchase. If you bought ODST when it first came out, you got to play as Sergeant Johnson. Now, we are in more current stuff, where everybody is doing Halo Reach. Reach was a prequel, or I shouldn't talk about it in past tense. Halo Reach is a prequel. It's actually a prequel to Halo. Now, personally, I love the online experience of Reach so much better. but I have a lot of people I play with that like, oh, this is trash, it's the worst multiplayer that has ever been done. Oh, 343 screwed it up, yada yada yada. Personally, I like it, and if you really don't want to play with abilities, just do classic or arena. In which case, that was the other thing. Arena was something new. Arena allowed you to have a sense of accomplishment. If you're good, you get ranked higher. If you suck, you're gonna be at the bottom. The other thing too was in previous Halo games, they had I want to say it was more or less a skill-based ranking system, where if you were good, you would get so much experience to rank up. However, and this is a big however, if your team sucked, especially in Halo 3, you would actually get downranked, which I thought was actually kind of unfair. I mean, you could have, as one of my friends had, he had over 20 kills and not that many deaths, and he went down in rank instead of going up because the rest of the team couldn't keep up. The rest of us had more deaths than kills, which that happens. Now with Reach, they did a more of a Call of Duty style ranking system, as well as having abilities, which was more of a Call of Duty style, or Battlefield, if you want to say. Now, really the main ability was Sprint, which we had never seen before in a Halo game, period. You could not run. You hopped. Now, moving on past Reach, we're going into Halo 4 later this year. Can't wait to see what's to come. The game looks amazing, and I really like the idea of Spartan Ops being a second campaign. Also tying into a live action mini-series that they're going to be doing as a web show. The game looks stunning. I have very few bad words to say about Halo. It's a really good, solid game, and if you want to play a real man shooter, you're gonna play Halo. Call of Duty is ruined by things like kill streaks, campers, which, granted, every game has problems like that, but, that's just what it is. One of the other nice things was it actually takes some skill in the Halo series to get your power weapons. There are certain power weapons in 4 that you'll be able to just drop at your feet, but for the most part, it's still going to be the same Halo experience, just with a new leveling system. Now, with that's about all I have. Please rate and subscribe in the boxes below, and I will see you next time on Raiders Reviews.